Hello there.
Hello there.
I hope you're ready for some massive Star Wars news today, guys. Yesterday we spoke about Leslie Headland and the Acolyte, but today we have something more positive. 2 major updates, one for Ahsoka, and then we have some updates for the 50th anniversary of Star Wars. Next year is going to be a big one, guys. And just before we dive into it, if you haven't done so already, please be sure to hit the big subscribe button down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big fat thumbs up, and ring the bell for notifications if you are so inclined. All of those things really help me out, and I appreciate every single one of you. More Shadow Lord is in just over a month's time, so we're gonna have a lot to talk about. But no more jibber jabber, let's get to this report. So, ever since the last time Obi-Wan appeared to us in his own limited series in 2022, every few months or so there is a new rumor saying that Obi-Wan is coming back. Ewan himself has fueled a lot of this speculation, but until today, there was nothing saying that was definitely the case. But it'd be good to know if one of the most important characters in the saga was actually making a return. And keep in mind, for many, the Obi-Wan series was a very big disappointment. But even then, seeing Ewan and Hayden reunite was one of the best parts of it, and many of us still love the character. But today, guys, if you've been hoping Ewan McGregor is going to have another crack at it, if you're hoping to see Obi-Wan on your screens again very soon, you're in luck. We have some of the strongest evidence to date that Obi-Wan Kenobi is making a return. This is something solid that you can sink your teeth into. No BS, no clickbait. This is legit. And I love these kinds of leaks because they come from sources who don't really know what they were doing when they spilled this information. They just kind of said it candidly. And if similar instances over the last few years are anything to go by, then you know, these kinds of scoops are often the best. So Obi-Wan might be coming back. Not in the context of his own show, but in Ahsoka Season 2. We've heard about this for months. There were rumors from our good friend Star Wars Santa, who said he'd heard Ewan McGregor was part of it, he's a big part of the Mortis and Peridia stuff. And we've also heard from different people about Qui-Gon's Force Ghost, maybe making a cameo, same with Natalie Portman as Padme in flashbacks, but I believe Ewan is far more likely than Liam Neeson. And this information comes to us from our good friend bestbinbulletin.com, one of the most reliable sources for all things Star Wars rumors and leaks, and they've been on point. With Obi-Wan Kenobi back in 2022, with The Mandalorian Season 3, these are not just wild claims. These guys do their research and they know what they're talking about. So there's a social media account known as A Happy Healthy Human, and shouldn't all of us aspire to be happy healthy humans? In any case, he posted several short-form videos of himself wearing a Ahsoka Season 2 crew match, and these contain new logos we haven't seen before. Different variations in Arabash, Ahsoka Season 2 written in Roman numerals, a few golden logos, the Stormtrooper unit, and these are pretty awesome. But the most interesting thing about one of the clips he posted is in the background, you can see concept art for the show, specifically concept art for new characters in Season 2. In all fairness, a lot of this stuff is pretty hard to make out, but we do see a Stormtrooper and one of the Night Sisters. So what about Obi-Wan? In a separate social media post, the very same content creator was asked what his favourite Star Wars moment is, and he responded, quote, "The one where I got to go in an AT-AT, but also when Ewan let me hold Ahsoka's lightsaber." Ooh, why was Ewan holding Ahsoka's lightsaber? Does this accidentally confirm that Ewan McGregor was on set for Ahsoka Season 2? And if so, does this confirm the rumours that we're going to see him in flashbacks? Flashbacks to the Mortis arc, but this time in live action? Or could it just be because his wife is in it? Mary Elizabeth Winstead is Hera, and it's very possible he was on set, people were having fun with him, he was holding one of Ahsoka's lightsabers and the stunt guy got to hold it too. There could be an innocent explanation, but some of the most reliable sources who are in the know about these kinds of things all seem to say Obi-Wan has a role in Ahsoka's 2nd season. And it could be a double role. He could appear in flashbacks but also as Obi-Wan's Force Ghost. Now personally, I've got a bit of a hot take about this. When it comes to old Ben, when it comes to his ghost, it needs to be Sir Alec Guinness. Obviously the legend has passed away. It'd be difficult to do it, they'd have to Tarkin him, and maybe they shouldn't touch that variation. And if Dave Filoni's on the same page, then it's probably just going to be in flashbacks. But on the other hand, as the years go on, maybe it is time for Ewan to step in that role as well. Not just be a younger Obi-Wan, but instead emulates the version of Sir Alec Guinness. Whatever the case may be, this is the first time it's been confirmed to us that Ewan was on set was playing with some lightsabers, and so fans clamoring for a live-action version of the Clone Wars, younger Ahsoka, Anakin and Obi-Wan might finally get their wish. There were flashbacks in Season 1, but the scope and scale of the second season is set to be much grander. And this time, there's Obi-Wan, so this is pretty major news. But moving on, my friends, to the 50th anniversary of A New Hope, or just Star Wars, for you OGs out there. We have some new information. So as you know, next year in 2027, they're doing a re-release of the original theatrical cut, not the special edition, the original version the way Star Wars was intended to be seen in 1977. I know George Lucas might contest this and have something to say about it, but a lot of fans are excited to see Star Wars the way they did as a kid. And now Lucasfilm has confirmed both Star Wars A New Hope and Starfighter are getting IMAX releases, and they're intended to be back-to-back. So A New Hope is in cinemas in February, and then Starfighter in May. So why is this such a big deal? Because fans have noticed a very interesting discrepancy. There's a couple months gap, and fans are wondering if there's a secret announcement that is going to come later in the year. Because according to Eckhart's Ladder, and a few people who had the early screenshots of a restoration of the original trilogy, it seems like they're planning to re-release Empire and Jedi as well. But are they going to be next year? Could they do A New Hope in February, Empire in March, and Return of the Jedi the month of Star Wars Celebration? Or are they going to save 5 and 6 for their respective 50th anniversaries? They are restoring them behind the scenes, so fans are wondering if for the 50th anniversary of the franchise, we're not just getting the first movie, but the entire trilogy. And I've said this to you guys before, this is going to be one of the biggest things Star Wars has done in years. If you thought The Phantom Menace's 25th was big, if you thought the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith was big, the original Star Wars movie, the version we haven't seen in decades in any official capacity, is going to be monumental. And it might be a moment of shaming for Lucasfilm. It could overshadow Starfighter, a movie, by the way, I'm very much looking forward to. But I reckon Star Wars fans are going to show up to A New Hope in droves. Are you kidding me? A restored version of the original theatrical cut? There might be some deleted scenes in there, who knows? But I don't think people realize how big this is going to be. And if they decide to release it on Blu-ray, physical media is going to see a huge resurgence in 2027. Because look, Star Wars has seen a bit of a decline. There are less fans interested overall in the brand. But that's due to Disney. When it comes to Disney Star Wars, there are some interesting projects coming up, but fans will always show up for George Lucas Star Wars for the first 6, especially the first 3, and especially for the first 1, the original Star Wars. So let's wait and see. An IMAX release, maybe a physical release. This is the way. Really excited. But share your thoughts on all of today's news, my friends, in the comments down below. What do you think of Obi-Wan and Ahsoka? And are you going to go to A New Hope's 50th anniversary? Let me know.